exclusive interview with CNN News 18, Nikki's father described how his second daughter was at the scene with the family members fleeing and leaving Nikki behind, as shown in an Instagram video. He also mentioned that during their marriage, a top model Scorpio was given as dowry to Nikki's husband. He expressed shock over how the accused involved in running a beauty parlor used modern platforms like Instagram herself while still subjecting his daughter to such cruelty, is the pitch that's coming in from the victim's family. The father also asks, does using Instagram mean that you'll kill my daughter, is the question he's raising against Nikki's husband and his family.
सर, जो बच्चा मौजूद है वहाँ, जो मेरी बिटिया दूसरी मौजूद है, और आप इंस्टाग्राम पे वहाँ पे देख रहे हो वीडियो वायरल हो रही है कि जलती हुई बिटिया आ रही है ऊपर से, ये बच्चे इनको लेके भाग रहे हैं। मैं भी फैमिली वाला हूँ, आप लोग सब फैमिली वाले हैं। जो अपने बेचा को ठोकर भी लग जाती है ना, उसे भी डॉक्टर के लेके भगता, बुखार हो जाता तब भी डॉक्टर के लेके भगता। ये उस बेटिया को तड़पती हुई को छोड़ के सारे परिवार वाले, पोते इनको लेके, पोती और दूसरी बेटी को छोड़ के घर पे, और ये सब लोग फरार हो गए। नोटबंदी में मैंने शादी की थी 2016 में। नोटबंदी में शादी अच्छे आदमी ने हटा दी थी, और मैंने नोटबंदी में शादी करी थी और बढ़िया शादी करी थी। स्कॉर्पियो टॉप मॉडल दी थी उस टाइम, छूचक में बुलेट दी थी। ब्यूटी पार्लर को 4 साल हो गए, रिवल इसने ही काटा था। जो ये आज यूँ कह रहा कि ये हमने नहीं किया। तुमने क्यों काटा रिवल, तुम्हें पता ना, तुमने घर में दुकान। एक मुद्दा लिया जा रहा कि इंस्टाग्राम मैं भी गार्डियन का काम कर रहा हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे, तो मैं भी आऊँगा। जो लेडीज काम ना कर रही ना, जो बुढ़िया, वह इंस्टाग्राम चला रही हैं। जिनका कोई काम नहीं है, जिनका कोई बिजनेस नहीं है, वो ना चला रही इंस्टाग्राम। इस जो दया है ना, ये इनकी सास, वो इंस्टाग्राम चला रही है।
गलती का पछतावा है, कुछ कहना चाहते हो आप? गलती पछतावा है, गलती का पछतावा है आपको?
मुझे नहीं मैंने मारी है। हाँ। ना मैंने कुछ किया है, अपने आप मरी है।
हाँ, अच्छा।
मियाँ बीवी में हर सगर लड़ाई होती रहती है, ये कोई आम बात नहीं है।
अच्छा। और वो अपने आप लगाई?
बस मुझे और कुछ नहीं पता ना।
पछतावा है?
नहीं, हाँ बहुत पछतावा है।
क्या माहौल था? और जैसा कि भाई साहब बता रहे हैं कि खुद ही सुसाइड किया है, तो ऐसी क्या वजह हो सकती है जिसकी वजह से उसने सुसाइड किया?
देखो, वजह तो ऊपर वाला जाने, ये जाने, लेकिन हम ये बता सकते हैं उसने खुद किया जो भी कुछ किया है। उसकी फुटेज है, सब कुछ है, हमने सोशल मीडिया पे भी डाल दिए हैं, सब कुछ हमारे पास है। जब आप चाहें हम आपको प्रूफ दे सकते हैं।
एक वीडियो भी आया है जिसमें लड़ाई झगड़ा होते हुए दिख रहा है, तो
हाँ जी, वो काफ़ी पुराना।
तो लड़ाई झगड़ा होता था घर पे ऐसा?
देखो, छोटी मोटी चीज़ें तो होती हैं, हर घर में होती हैं, लेकिन वो वीडियो जनवरी दिसंबर का है। वो वीडियो जो एडिट करके डाला हुआ, चलो मैं आपकी बात बड़ी करूँ, जब वो वीडियो जली हुई दिख रही है, वो तब कहाँ थी जब वो बोल रही है कि हमारी तो मारी है जला के? वो तब भी तो वीडियो बना सकती थी। बताओ, आप ही बताओ, आप पे ही छोड़ रहा हूँ मैं। वो तब भी तो दिख सकती थी ना कि ये जला रहा है, ये लाइटर लगा रहा है, ये थिनर डाल रहा है। हो सकता है ना वो जलाई डाल के एडिट करके पब्लिक को गुमराह कर दिया। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ये सब झूठ है। हाँ, जो हुआ है ये हुआ है, लेकिन इन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया है पूरे परिवार में।
मन मुटाव की वजह क्या?
हाँ, जो भी मन मुटाव वो जानते हैं जी, हमें मालूम नहीं। हमें सिर्फ इतना पता है कि ये जो भी कुछ हुआ है उसने अपना आप किया है, किसी का कोई हाथ इसमें नहीं है।
My colleague Anshul Singh, who's been tracking all the developments in the wake of this case. Anshul, it just seems that even now, despite the details of this horrific crime in the public domain, there is still a war of words between the two sides over what exactly happened that day, with many even coming to Vipin's defense in the wake of this gruesome murder.
Well, definitely. One thing that has happened for sure is the loss. Nikki has lost her life, definitely because of domestic violence. It was one of the reasons due to which she was constantly being harassed. She was treated violently at her home. This is something that is accepted all across the board, be it from the side of the family of the victim or the relatives of the accused. All of them have agreed to this fact that domestic violence was something that was a reality in that house. But on that fateful day of 21st of August, when this entire incident happened, what transpired there, that is something that still remains a mystery. We have access to CCTV footages which clearly show that Vipin was not present inside his house. He was standing outside his house near his shop when there was commotion that happened inside his residence, and he ran back. We also have footages of the kids. The kid who had gone ahead and for the first time had said and record that his father, that he saw his father putting petrol on his mother and then emulating her. That kid can also be seen playing outside the residence at the time when the alleged incident happened. So yes, there are several discrepancies that have come to the fore. There are several loopholes that have come to the fore. Now, the family of the accused actually claims that at the time when this incident happened, there were only two people inside the residence. These two people were Nikki and Kanchan. Both the sisters were present inside the residence when the incident happened, whereas no other family member, the four who have been arrested, neither of the four people who were present inside. However, over here at the residence of Nikki, the family continues to maintain that this was not the first time that Nikki was actually being beaten up, and hence, since this entire issue of domestic violence was going on for the past 1 year at least, the family believes that this domestic violence eventually led to a situation where the accused Vipin went ahead and then set Nikki on fire. So these are two versions that have come in. There are definitely a lot of discrepancies that have come to the fore as well. But the police is now verifying all these facts, trying to make sure that each and every statement that has been given by the aggrieved party, in this case both from the side of the in-laws of Nikki and from the maternal side of Nikki as well, all the statements have now officially been recorded, and they are now being verified with the evidences, tangible evidences that the police could collect. At this point in time, 4 arrests have been made. Within the next few hours, the father-in-law of Nikki, along with the mother-in-law and the brother-in-law, will be produced in front of Surajpur court, where they will be sent for judicial custody initially, and then tomorrow, what Noida police sources are telling us, that the police custody of all these accused would be taken, and they would be interrogated in the same room, so that the exact sequence of events could come out. So what happened? Why did Nikki die? Was it a suicide? Was it a murder? All these things will clear up within the next few days. But definitely, as time is passing by, this case is getting more and more murkier as new and new layers in the investigation are coming out. But still, the million-dollar question remains: what happened to Nikki? Did she kill herself, or was she killed by her in-laws?
Right, but at the same time,
questions are something
right,
that
Anshul,
needs to be answered at the earliest.
Right, Anshul, given the fact that you've been interacting with the victim's family and you've been tracking all the facets of this case, what sense do you get? It seems, looking at these videos, looking at these gruesome visuals, the normalization of dowry practices and the normalization of domestic violence, something which kind of came to the fore after Vipin Bhatti's statement that these things happen in a marriage. This kind of a mindset seems to have snowballed into this horrific crime where this woman has been murdered.
Well, definitely, that is the root cause of this entire issue. The manner in which it is accepted in the society, in these small villages, it is accepted that yes, there are fights that happen between a husband and a wife, and the husband beats up the wife. This is something that is acceptable for this entire society, and definitely it seems like that it could take generations for this mindset to actually do away with, for this mindset to get changed in any way or any manner, because as you heard in that interview as well, how people are very calmly saying that yes, कि लड़ाइयाँ होते रहती हैं, पति पत्नी के बीच में लड़ाइयाँ होती रहती हैं. This actually tells the mindset that how comfortable are people seeing these visuals as well, that a husband is beating up his wife. People are comfortable with this entire fact. No one would bat an eyelid if they see something like this happening in front of their eyes as well. So this is the kind of normalcy that this entire crime has reached upon. But the larger debate that needs to happen in this case as well is regarding the Dowry Act at this point in time. Has the Dowry Act been able to stop crime against women? On the other hand, the Dowry Act and the brutality of this act is such that it is misused in many cases as well. So the purpose with which this act was made, is it fulfilling the purpose, is the larger question that needs to be debated upon and pondered upon, because we have seen over the past many cases that we have covered on our channel as well, that how easy it is for people to actually go ahead and demand dowry, get dowry, and then eventually also go ahead and harass the person and demand more dowry as well, whereas very little action in such cases is something that is taken by the police, or even action is taken. It's not that big of a case, but in several cases we have also seen that how this entire act of dowry has been misused against innocent people as well. So yes, the larger question that still remains is the usefulness of the Dowry Act and how impactful has it been on a society. One thing is for sure, that it has not been able to change the mindset of a society. It is still going to take generations for that to happen. This stringent Dowry Act has failed miserably when it comes to giving justice to those who require and to also change the mindset of the people due to the rigorous punishment that it has, because it was expected that if at all a rigorous punishment is attached to this entire act, then there would be some sort of a resistance that would be shown, but definitely that cannot be seen on the ground at this point in time as well. Domestic violence, yet again another case that needs to be looked into very seriously from the side of the administration and from the side of the lawmakers as well. Definitely there needs to be changes that could be made so that innocent people do not get stuck in this, and the people who have committed the crime, they should be punished in such a way so that examples are made out of them as well.
Absolutely. The normalization of dowry practices, which also creates this kind of social understanding that demands for dowry should not be reported to the authorities at the same time, which kind of snowballs into these kind of crimes. And we've seen, as Anshul was also pointing out, the very normal way in which this individual was talking about domestic violence in his marriage, as well as demands for dowry, saying that these things happen. These things always snowball into these gruesome crimes, and once again it seems the society has failed this individual, Nikki Bhati, who's now lost her life after living in this kind of a situation for so long. Let's listen into a reaction that's coming in from Kiran Bedi as well. This is what she had to say.
This dowry case of Nikki, the Greater Noida dowry death, where the husband has burnt her to death as per the visual, where he pulled her out and then apparently, and the child also said that Papa ne Mama ko mara. So what more evidence do you want? So the point is, you don't expect him to go about saying, now the reasons are, obviously the father of the girl has said that they were constantly demanding dowry. The sister of the girl has also said that they were constantly demanding dowry. Also, evidence shows that they gave a lot in marriage and they were still being demanded more. This is what is visually evident. So what else do you want? The point, this man is a beast. He's a beast and a beggar. He's a beast and a beggar. Because a man who begs for dowry is a beggar. He's not a husband. He's a beggar. So what is happening is that in Indian society, a lot of families are producing beggars. They are literate beggars. Why? Because now they are demanding.